Hello artists and welcome to the Academy at Lion Road Art. And thank you so much for checking out this video in which I'm going to show you how I used acrylic paint to make a wintry landscape with the silhouette of a bare branch tree. I begin by priming my canvas with just a little bit of white acrylic paint, and then I'm going to use the colors blue, white, yellow, orange, and pink to create my sunrise or sunset for the background of my painting. I mix the blue and the white together to create a really cool and beautiful blend of colors. I leave a little bit of white space before then mixing in yellow, and I blend that together with the color orange, as you can see here. When I need to, I go back in with a little bit of white or whichever color if one tends to overpower the other. One great thing about paint is that you can mix it together while it's on the canvas. And I'm going for more or less of an abstract, kind of expressively, quickly put together painting style. And you can best achieve that just by going quick, brushing in, using brush strokes that are kind of quick, side to side, and letting the colors blend together nicely. I end with dark blue under a kind of orangey pink for the bottom edge of the paper. And then I try it one more time, but a little bit more expressive. So my brush strokes are not going side to side, but this time rather kind of crossing like X's and a little bit more diagonal. Besides my brush strokes, the process is overall the same. Adding those colors in that way, mixing them together on the canvas, going back in when I need to. And when I'm happy with my background, I will mix a little dark blue and orange to get a real nice indigo, and I will begin to paint my bare branched winter tree. One cool thing about winter trees, trees in general, is that their branches follow a pattern sometimes referred to as fractals. And basically all you need to know is that halfway up the branch might be another branch. Halfway up that branch might be another branch. And so if you just keep thinking about half of this, half of that, then you can start to add little branches that go up towards the sky, and you can create a really cool looking tree. I do it in both of my examples, and each is a little bit different. When I try this with students, I ask them to think about how their tree might be different from the person sitting next to them. How will their branches wiggle and wave in different ways? How will their fractals split the tree into cool and interesting ways? What else could they add besides bare branches? Maybe a little owl or bird sitting on one, a swing or something else hanging from it. Maybe there is something off in the distance that is also in the same color, a silhouette against the sunrise or sunset. When we make art, it's important that we do it in our own style and think creatively. How is mine going to be different from my neighbor's? How is yours going to be different from mine? One subtle thing you might have noticed while watching me paint the branches on my tree is that I've actually used more than one brush. It's always amazing how many times I have to remind my students, and actually, frankly, myself, that we are allowed to use more than one. Some brushes are better for certain things, and other brushes are better for other things. And that's just one of the beauties and joys of painting and art making, is that we get to use a variety of things to create a variety of details, subjects, and so on. So you can see here when I start on my second painting that I'm using a wider square brush to start the larger branches and the trunk of the tree. This brush is perfect for this. I can taper it so that it gets skinnier at the end and wider at the base. But then when I'm ready to start adding those individual little branches that come off of these larger branches and limbs, I need more of a skinnier, pointier brush. And so I have that and I use that. When you work with me in the studio, we've got all kinds of brushes and we like to share them. Anyways, I'm just noticing we're getting towards the end of this video. So with that, I want to say thank you for watching, and I'll sign off by saying, Let's make art and find joy.